Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. 68,150. Bitcoin looks like it's kind of coming down here. 5-minute has a head and shoulder pattern. Said it goes down to 67.5. So that's what I'm seeing right now in the next hour. It could all change. But right now you can see Bitcoin slipping as we speak. And the 5-minute does not look too good. But you do you. I'll be up there soon in about 9 minutes. On the board, baby, on the board. Could not sleep, fell asleep at 3 a.m. I am a bit tired, to say the least. But the show must go on, doesn't it? The show must go on. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. $67,850 for Bitcoin. Let's take a look at what's happening here for BTC. It looked like it was in a head and shoulder on the 5-minute time frame. It looked like it was about to take a bit of a dump easy. Opened up a very small short. I don't trust the markets right now. I really don't. And I want to look like a big shot. I want to look like the guy that knows all the answers. But right now, I'm taking it easy. I know right now, if you go hard, you could just get obliterated. You can get chopped up. You'll go long, you'll go short, you'll go long, you'll go short. Then you'll get emotional, then you'll chase, then you'll bug out, and they'll just destroy your portfolio. That's what this time period is made for. It's made for chewing up as many people as possible. I've been through this. I've seen it. This is a critical time for traders. This is when you move the stop loss to break even every single time. Take whatever they give you and stop taking high risk. The risk is not there. It's just not there, okay? There's less people in the markets that are heavily trading. We don't have retail flushing in. They're not chasing a green candle. They're not chasing a pump. We're not going to get that movement the same as we are used to. We're going to have to pick apart our trades very small. Look at this. I mean, shoulder, head, right shoulder. To me, that's a dump to the downside. I take the measured move. It says you're going down. I don't know what else to say. I just trade simple. I'm a simple guy. I do what the charts tell me to do. Technically, you enter here with a stop above the right shoulder, see where it goes, and then look, I even see on the 1-minute time frame a head and shoulder here. In a way, it looks very similar. Shoulder, head, right shoulder, and it dumps. And almostly, when I look at the 1 minute, it looks like we're in a bear flag that's about to just take a massive dump to the downside, folks. So that looks like a lower low coming for me, somewhere down to 67,295. When that 21 hits, that's going to be our model. We trade this every day up, then we could trade it, so we have our model, but it's upside down. When the 21 touches, we get into the short and we ride it to 67,291. Simple. It's the same thing I do the other way, but we flip it upside down. By flipping the charts upside down, we can see what's happening in the markets. In conjunction with that idea, I figure you got to long oil. If you're going to short Bitcoin, you got to long oil, right? So I'm long oil here for a move possibly back up to 128. I'm trading cautiously. One step at a time. My positions are not that big. I'm not going for the gusto. I'm not trying to change my life. I'm just taking what the market gives me day by day and seeing if I can get a movement out of it. Can we get all the way back down here to 66,772? Would be a nice level to catch price action. All right. So far, here comes the dump further to the downside. There's the pump. There it is, right near that 21. You get in. It's the same way. That's the model. We're pumping just like we're dumping. It's the same exact situation. Take profit, I move my stop loss into break even. I can't lose any money on the short. Again, it's not huge, but even some days I may not make a little bit of money, but I'm about predicting the market, right? It's in the motion. It's kind of like if you're really hurt, you go to the gym, you don't lift the big weights you used to lift. Maybe you just lift the smaller weights, but you still go to the gym and you still do the exact same reps. You know what I mean? You do the motion. Then you add a little more weight, then you get back to where you were a month later and you're ready to go, but you don't go hard. Some days I trade and you're like, well, I trade a little bit because it keeps my mind in the same motion. I'm looking for the 21 to cross. I'm seeing, and I want to see if I'm correct. Like I looked at the market today and I said, I can call this. I believe it's going to dump, right? The charts were telling me a dump was coming. And so I went with that. We're upside down right now, just so you know, but we're trading the model upside down. So you could trade any market in the world. You could trade any asset in the world with me. I can show you how we do this. All right, one step, one candle body at a time, and you just take it as you go. Moving that stop loss into position here. I entered right there, and I was able to kind of get it into pretty quick. Now, could this turn into an inverted? We're going to take a look at our top-down analysis right now and take a look at Bitcoin and see what's happening for BTC. All right? Shout out to all the beautiful people here in the world. Thank you for jumping on in and being amazing, staying positive in the hardest times in our lives. Like, I mean, this is vicious. All right. This is absolutely vicious. Like, this is some of the toughest, because you're waiting on Trump to blow up the world. You know what I mean? Is he gonna just, I'm gonna destroy the whole country? It's like 90 million people. Like, it just, I don't know, man. So there's so much going on. All right. And there's so much I see. TMJ, focus on the process. Forget about the money you will make. I'm right there with you. Yep. I want it now. But yeah, when I used to focus on money, what did I do? I watched a bunch of garbage on money, and I spent a lot of my time focused on things that didn't actually serve me. So then I decided I focused on people that made money. See, listen to this. This is going to blow your mind. I focused on money I was the money guy. Like, I always knew about money, talked about money, thought about money, had no money. You know what I'm saying? Once I talked about frequency, aligning myself, changing my behavior, getting myself ready to rock, that is when things started to make sense for me. So I started researching successful people. Instead of researching money, I started researching successful people. What are they doing? Okay, what differentiates them from everybody else? And I started realizing the one thing that they did is they worked on a skill. They were very skillful at something. You know? Like Tom Brady may have thought about money, but he thought more about how to throw a football. And that brought him more money, right? If he thought about money all the time, he might have not spent as much time focusing on his technique and his football. Because he focused on technique, he became the greatest football player. He was able to win more and thus earn more money. You see? The people that make the most are not the people that are money hungry. They're the people that focus on their craft the most. And everyone else thinks they're money hungry because they get more money than them, and people get jealous of that. The people without it get jealous of the people with it, and then they add negative connotations to how the person received it because they themselves are upset with how they're working. So they're like, oh, he couldn't. Like this has happened to me. I used to think the world was so fixed, and there was no way I was ever going to make a few million. I figured I didn't have a dad with a trust fund. And look, they're ripping it right back to the upside on divergence. I'm telling you right now, the smaller time frames are made right now to chew people up. That's what it is. Send it down, send it up, send it up, send it down. Make it look bearish, make it look bullish, make it look bearish, make it look bullish. Send it a head and shoulder, rip it back to the upside, send it to double top, rip it up, rip it on, rip it. All I'm doing is trading small and waiting. Every single time you get that angst to trade big, I'm telling you, unless I have a beautiful edge, which means I'm above the 4-hour 200, I see a beautiful bull flag, it's starting to go my way. Like, that's my trade, you know? Unless I see my trade, I'm not, look, there's a nice bull div you could have caught right there if you wanted to. Technically a little bit of ICT, you had a wick to wick there, big nice gap, you know? You got a fair value gap up here too as well. If you're an ICT trader right here, telling you that you could go up there and close out. Like, so you'd buy off the divergence and sell into the gap. Says we're gonna go right into that fair. What is a fair value gap? It's a place where this wick did not touch that wick. You can see the candle on either side of a bigger candle doesn't touch. The order book did not really fulfill itself, right? So then there's enough space for liquidity to end up back in there. It also drags you to the 200 moving average, and look at the 200 right there on liquidity. I see a bounce right back up into here. So they faked a head and shoulder, got people to short. I knew it was sketchy. I was up maybe 50, 60 bucks. I flipped this, and that means oil would probably regress too, maybe back down to the bottom of the pattern. Right now, everyone's waiting for 8 p.m., right? 8 p.m. is when Trump's either going to drop a massive bomb or, all over Iran, or they're going to say, okay. And we don't know what's going to happen. The whole world could change tonight. Like, we're all waiting on the brink of history here. This is insanity. Absolute insanity. Hit the like button, everybody. We're going to do something amazing. We're going to give $200 to somebody beautiful, somebody amazing here today. Hit the like button. Let's go. And we're going to have some fun. We're going to just do a lot of fun stuff today. I got a bunch planned for you. So stay tuned. Stay focused. Let's go. One thing I do want to announce, I am now working with BitFunded. All right. This is a true story. Working with BitFunded. So if you like funding, you've ever done funding, or you want to get into funded traders, become a funded trader, we have BitFunded here. I'll trade BitFunded in the group and here live when I see my edge very, very strongly. You see, like if we get above the 1 minute touch of the 21 and things start to go our way, like if this breaks back up and we get the model, we'll trade it, right? So I'll teach you kind of how to be very selective. You got to be more selective when you're trading, funded trading. And because there's more rules, there's more things that you got to watch out for, okay? But if you would, and I will be trading this on and off, okay? Hold on 1 second. One thing I got to check is me account. Anyway, but this is BitFunded. Check it out. I'm not logged in at the present moment, as you can see. Let me log in here. And it's very simple. It's just like trading MEXC, weeks, or anywhere else. It's the exact same order book. You put your price action in, you put your take profit and your stop loss, you drag it over, it tells you what you're going to win or lose, and you're ready to rock. Anyway, but that's BitFunded. Today's a heavily volatile day. Looking at boats, this 56 Sea Ray is only $299. Only, right? But I mean, it's an older boat, but they redid it pretty nice. Anyway, shout out to everybody here. Follow me at Instagram. I'd greatly appreciate it. This guy's funny, man. All satirical. Completely satirical, right? But here's my profile. Follow me at The Real Crypto Lifer. We're blowing up here on Instagram. I appreciate it. We're putting in so much effort. We have made so much content in the last few days. It's unbelievable, man. Get my DMs out of there. Dang, man. Anyway, Bitcoin had the head and shoulder. Took a nice dump. Looked like it was going to continue. Got a bunch of people to jump on the bandwagon. Ripped the price back to the upside. Are they going to bearishly retest this previous support zone that we bounced there and get the dumpage? Maybe. The daily doesn't look good. Let's take a look at the bigger time frames. We made a shoulder, head, kind of right shoulder there. Took the dump. Then kind of made this ugly, look at that. I mean, had a descender. They ripped it to the upside, ripped it back down. That was a stop hunt right there. They just went right after liquidity because that's where everyone would put a stop. Right at the point of control, hit the point of control, bounce right back to the downside. It's insane, right? It's insane. So we are watching history right now. Every single day, folks. We're watching history, and you're a part of it. You're being here right now. So we know what to do. We know to trade the model when the model shows itself. That's the best thing for me. I got stopped at break even, as you can clearly see. You can see me battling these charts every day. It's not easy. Okay? It's not like, you're not given anything. You got to work really hard, folks. Harder than I ever thought, honestly. I thought trading was tough. This year, trading has been, for me, it's brutal. But you know what it is? I had it so easy for so long. The market did exactly what I wanted it to do for so long, right? That I'm not used to this type of heavy volatility, right? I'm just not used to it. And now look, they're flipping it back to bearish again, getting that bearish retest of the 200 moving average. So where people, they're making it so difficult that if you trade it, you kind of have to zoom out. You got to use if you want to trade the 1 minute, you got to use the 15. And you got to put your levels higher than most people and lower than, you have to be less greedy than the herd. I found if you're less greedy than the herd, you'll be able to get a little bit. And if you get a little bit, it can turn into a lot. But if you keep going for a lot, I've been learning, man, it's just too volatile. It's too volatile. There's too much things that can happen based on news. It's not easy. It is not easy. All right? This is brutal price action, folks. That should have just continued to hit the measured move. And they ripped it back up on the 1 minute to chase any late shorts. Now they're going to rip it back down. Now look for the 1 minute to make a head and shoulder itself. You see? Continue this to the downside. It looks more bearish than bullish to me if I had to make a bet on it, right? Which I kind of do every day. I put it out there. So we'll do our top-down analysis. We'll still see 68K is a fighting chance right now, but it's back and forth. Let me move myself off of price action here. I'm a little far. I want to be a little bit over. There we go. That's my sweet spot where I like to be. Okay. A little bounce there off the 21. Showing some signs of life. So what I do is I have no idea what Bitcoin's going to do, and I don't claim to know. And I just watch price action. And if it does what I like it to do, which it should go to this fair value gap right now. Bing, right? We should get that move. And is oil still struggling now? Oil's still sitting at 115.50. Come on, baby. Right to the 200 moving average. Right to the FVG. All right? Who just spit out their coffee when I said fair value gap? They're like, guys, I studied almost everybody's strategy for years. I came up with my own way of doing things because I'm just too unique. I would never be able to trade someone else's style. My mentor taught me some moving averages and stuff. I started doing things a little differently than him. I studied ICT. I took a piece of this and that. I saw some things and I just moved on. I felt like the way I figured it out with the moving averages helped me be a little more precise. But that's me. Everyone, you should be pompous about your own system, right? I mean, your own system if your own system works and you've been profitable with it, you're going to be a little biased, right? You don't know anyone else. People show P&Ls here and there, but no one ever goes, hey, here's my bank account, here's my net worth. here's my entire trading career. Like, you're just not going to find that. Number one, there's security issues there. Like, I don't want everyone knowing where all my money is and what I did with it, right? You know, maybe at one point I'll write a book and I'll really give the facts when I'm like close to my death. That way, like, you guys can get all the knowledge without it hurting me. You know, for the most part, you just want to see if the person online strategies are working for you and for other people. Read testimonials, see how many people have joined their group, how many people have been around them, and ask people in the group, hey, have you ever learned from this guy? Like, has he ever done anything? Like, did you learn something? You know, and if you get these, look, hey, everyone, this is way overdue. I've been in the group for over 4 years. Mostly as a quiet observer, I had my wins and plenty of losses, but I stayed consistent. Being here has completely changed how I see not just trading, but life. I've learned patience, emotional control, consistency, and a deep level of appreciation. It's helped me become a better person and a better husband, father, and son, and even brought me closer to God. One of the biggest lessons for me has been how powerful the mind is. The journey has helped me rewire how I think. The fog is gone and my mind has never been clearer. Working on your mindset, especially your subconscious, is everything. If you're struggling or thinking about quitting, don't. You're closer than you think. The hardest moments, especially in a bear market or where the real growth happens, stick it out. What you learn here can't be taken away. Don't doubt yourself. Don't speak negatively about yourself. Appreciate the wins, but also the losses. They're part of the process. Once you find your edge, you'll never look at the charts the same again. Sometimes you have to fail to succeed, and that's okay. Stay relentless, take it day by day, and stay consistent. Much love, Crypto Lifer, for building this space. I'm grateful to be a part of it and excited for what's ahead. We have built so much for you guys. I am building. I've hired an entire team of developers. You wouldn't believe I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars, all right, for the next wave of education for you guys. You have no clue how much money I've poured back in to the business. It's taken time, a little longer than we've decided, but it's got to be right. But we're working through an amazing thing right now, and we're going to reveal it soon. So stay with us. If you're in the Discord, we'll definitely find a way to hook up the loyal lifers when we move to the next platform. But that's just a foreshadowing of where we're going. We are not going to be stagnant. I will continue to grow. I will make beautiful applications that'll help you in your trading journey. So stay tuned. I've taken a lot of the money I made off education and I put it back into education because that's who I am, man. I love you guys. I want to see you win. I desire to see everybody watch this channel win. That's the goal of this channel, is for you to win. If you win, you're going to tell people about how great your relationship with me is. And that's going to only generate, you know, a more abundance for me in my life. So for me to be abundant and to live, I got to get you winning. I got to find a way to get you to win. All right. Whether we change your mentality, change your thought process, get you believing in yourself, get you disciplined, have you showing up every day, whatever we could do to get you moving, we're going to do. That's why I talk about light and love. Sometimes my stories connect with other people. Like I say, I lost my mom. Someone out here said, damn, I did lose my mom too. He just relieved me of that pain. He just spoke about his pain. And you know what? It's okay for men to feel pain. It's okay for men to express emotions. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't act soft. It's a little different. We can express emotions. At the end of the day, we put our foot down, right? Here is a turmeric shot. All right. Nice little pump off the 21-day moving average. There is the cup and handle. If you pull a fib, did it hit? Kind of, yeah, 618 Fibonacci retracement. From there, it didn't, though. You know? But there you go. And we should get into this gap. You know, we really should. Again, I don't trade ICT, so whatever happens, happens there. I'm into the moving averages, right? You know me, baby. You know me. You know how I trade. If you've been here for 6 months, you know how I trade. Does that mean I might take a head and shoulder? Yeah, but look, I didn't get wrecked, right? I got out at break even because the market doesn't feel amazing right now. Here's the one thing I'll teach you. When have I lost most of my money? Trading late at night between 12 and 3 a.m. When I open trades, 90% of the time I lose big and I lose hard. I don't know why. When I open them between 9 and 11, it's different. But if I trade somewhere between 12 and 3 when I'm exhausted, I have 90% of the time have lost a bigger amount than I would have liked to lose. Okay? I'm just going over the fact for you. So trading when you're tired and late at night, the worst decision you can make in your life. Let's go over 5 trading rules that can help you in your trading journey right now. 5 trading rules. Fire clip, fire clip, fire clip, fire clip. These are 5 trading rules. We're going to get rid of the sound even, so this can be used again at another time. 5 trading rules to help you in your trading journey. Do not trade tired and exhausted. Get a good night's sleep, eat something, even a 10-minute nap to 12-minute nap may help you, okay? Number one rule in trading, do not trade tired and exhausted. Wake up, do your analysis, take a look at price action, and there you go, all right? Number two, the second rule I believe that can help traders is do not over leverage and do not over position. You have a $10,000 account. You're not allowed to go 5,000 for 5,000, 5,000 for, $3,000 for 9,000. You're not allowed. You lose that one trade, you're down 30% of your portfolio. And I teach you this, the more you lose, the more you have to gain. So this is why you don't over leverage and you don't over position. You keep going. If you have a $1,000 account, it's $10 for 30, $10 for 30, $10 for 30. You go back 10 trades, you make $100. Now you're up 10%. You do it again and again. A few weeks later, you're at 1,200. It may take a month to get to 1,500, but you did it with a real grind, a real position sizing, and proper risk management. If you don't have proper risk management, and again, that's going to be number three right now. Position sizing, though. So let's talk about it. You have $10,000 in the account. You lose 50% to $5,000. That's nothing, right? You only have to go back up 50%, right? No, you have to go up 100%. You have to double $5,000 now to get back to $10,000. But wait, I only lost 50%. What do you mean? Don't I only have to go back what I lost? No. You got $10,000, you lose 10%. You have $9,000, right? Now you only need to make 1/9 to get it back. But say you go to $8,000, so you lose basically 20%. Now you need to make what? 25%, right? Because a fourth of that. Now let's go down, you go down to, and you go down to 2,000 where you lose 80%. Now you have to 5X, right? You see what I'm saying? Now you have to 5X. Now you have to make 500%. Oh, you have to go 2,000, double it 5 times now to go back to $10,000. So keep the losses small because it's hard to get back. And it's psychological when you make mistakes. It gets in your head, and it's really, really bad for your trading journey. So position sizing, I don't care. Tonight's not your night. You're not going to, you know what I mean? The trade's not going to double your portfolio. Stop believing you're going to double overnight. Stop. That is the biggest reason why most people are not able to stay trading as long as I have. They just do not believe. They want to double overnight. How about you double in a month? Yeah, exactly. So there you go. Okay. There you go. Number 3, you must use proper risk management, meaning every time you get into a trade, I do 3-to-1, 100 for 300, 200 for 600. I don't go 50 for 50. If I lose 100, I can get 100. I don't go 1 for 1. I might go 2 for 1 if it sits right and I got in a little late, but I really like the direction. Okay. But that's not what I'm looking for, okay? Number 2, all right? So that's number 2. Number 3, know when to trade, okay? Saturday mornings is the worst time to open up a trade, long or short, 90% of the time. Saturday afternoon, worst time. Sundays after 6 can get volatile because futures open, but Sundays are pretty whack too, all right? Mondays during the day can be false moves. They go back and forth. They try to figure out what the market wants to do first. They bring it up. It's almost like, let's just say this is kind of how trading is. This is a good example. You're a trapper, you're a hunter, and there's a few different animals you can eat. So you set a few different traps. You're not sure which animal is going to come out yet. Then you get a certain reading. Someone tries to eat it and goes a certain way, whatever. You get a certain reading after you put it out. Then you finally figure out, okay, like from this experiment, you realize where the liquidity is. So what they do is they let price action figure itself out on Monday. It reveals itself usually later on in the afternoon. After they've kind of, so I wait usually till Monday afternoon. When you trade is very important. I could teach you all this stuff and you can open up the trade at the wrong times 10 times over. Like you could be like, damn, I used all Sam's strategies. I never won any money. And I could find out that you work hard on the weekends and you take the trades every Saturday. You sit there and you look for stuff. And you take my signals that you learn from me on Saturdays, right? And so, yeah, you lose 90% of your trades because you're taking my beautiful strategy that works wonderfully, But you're doing it in low liquidity times where it's just a high likelihood you're not going to win the trade. So when you trade is important as your strategy. You got to know when to trade. It's hard being a trading group leader because a bad trading group leader will force you to trade all the time. He'll push you into trade. Oh, this is a good trade. This is a good trade. He'll never tell you when to take a pill because he doesn't want you to stop trading, right? Because he makes money off you, So it's like a real mentor is going to tell you, hey, I don't like it today. I'm not trading today. I'm going to take the day off. I'm going to say no position right now. Every great trader takes a no position trade sometimes. If you're always in a trade, your mind's always going to be spinning. You know what I mean? It's okay if you're always in a trade if you're just at least taking realized profits and letting them run. It's a little different because you've done it already, right? You know what you did. You've locked in your profits. Now you can let them sit. That's a different story. A buddy of mine does that. But for the most part, man, you don't want to be stuck in trades that long. And look, this is starting to look like a shoulder, head, right shoulder. This is now kind of like a neckline. You're retesting it. This looks like we're going to go lower, folks. You've lost the 200 moving average on the 15-minute time frame. That is a bearish signal. I was bullish, looking for us to break to the upside. That did not happen. We needed that move. Then we got the dump easy. I believe I took that short too, and I got paid on that wick. So, all right. Number 4, the fourth main reason that people are losing in trading, right, is they don't put in enough time trading before trading. Like they don't learn TA well. They really don't have a strategy based off of a demo account. You've got to go to weeks, open up a weeks account, and demo trade for a month. You got to see you got to learn the strategy with free money first, which you can do. It's similar to if they put you on a bicycle, right, that had like strings on it, and it just went side to side, but you never fell off. And you would ride it, and you would learn to find your balance. You see? Like it would have like 2 little straps on the side, and eventually they would loosen it, and eventually it's like, why fall on the ground and break your face when you could have done it in this nice enclosed environment, right? It's kind of like when they go to space, right? They put them in the underwater pool first to teach them what it's like, and then they go to space. You know what I'm saying? They do a demo first, right? Right? They demo it, and then So the point is, you should be demo trading to learn a system. Once you demo trade and you learn your system, you can then begin to trade 30 for 100, 10 for 30, right? And again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say to you should be taken as financial advice. I'm not, I don't know how much you have. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you do. But I will tell you, right? So, to me, big deal, really big deal, okay? You got to demo. You got to find a strategy without using real money first. A lot of people said, but I can't feel it without real money. Turn it into a video game. I know people that don't get paid for the video game, but they really want to win the game. They're, whatever it is. A lot of people get paid now. I get it. But so demo trade to find your way. Very important. And number 5, okay, the 5th one. And this one's a huge one, right? Know when not to trade, man. Just know when you should not trade. Like, have the ability to say, I'm not trading right now. If you have 90% of the time, you have to click, and you notice that only 2% of the time you decide not to trade, I think you're going to be over trading a little bit. Again, it depends on the person. Everyone is different, but this is how I look at it. So that is another key reason people just never take a no position. They always have to be in a position every single time. You know what I mean? Every single time. So shout out to Barber Trader Joe of the game. Missed you. It's been a long time. Are you in there? I remember your name from a long time ago. Shout out to Irish American Eric Live, man. Is it good? Yeah, exactly. 0.5 to 1%. It's amazing what you could do if you just gain a little bit each time, right? They found something on Brian on the dark side of the moon. They're funny, right? Exactly. Smash that like button, guys. So anyway, those are the top 5 reasons I believe people are losing money in trading. All right, and each of these could be broken up into multiple shorts. This is like 5. This is like 6. There's like 7 shorts in here, Sean. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right, and that ends the first fire clip. And we did it. Okay. Adjusting telemetry. Getting ready for orbit. We should be entering the atmosphere soon. shoulder, head, right shoulder, retest of the 200 moving average, dump easy. Let's do our top-down analysis for Bitcoin and see what's happening. Had a nice break, never got to the FVG, got resistance, shoulder, head, you know what I mean? Seems to be rolling over too as well. So shout out to you. I'm in the Lemon King. You're funny, man. The Lemon King. Yeah. If you absolutely have to take a position, just buy $1 or one share, whatever is basically, yeah, exactly. Like if you feel like you can't handle it, like if I normally go 200 for 600, maybe 1,000 for 3,000, 500. I've got like a general idea of where I like to do when it's hard. I go 1,000 for 3,000. That's like a very, if it's in the middle, it's 500 for 15. If it's really whack, it's like 300 for 9 or 100 for 300. Sometimes I just do 100 for 300. You do your job wholeheartedly. Thank you, Sam. God bless you, Hamza Amahi. That's very nice of you to say. God bless you, man. I'm exhausted. I fell asleep at 3 a.m. I got back up at 7. I'm on 4.5 hours of sleep. I'm not in my best shape or form right now. I'm a little off, I have to be honest. So I'm just being honest with everybody. I don't feel the best. But when I'm with each and every one of you doing what I love, I do feel the best. So, it's almost like they faked the breakout, brought it back inside, faked the dump, brought it back inside. It's still a falling wedge to me. It should break to the upside technically. It's on supportive resistance here because you have massive resistance. Resistance fell through, bounce right there on those wicks. You're right there again at $68,000. 68K is a key area. Let's take a look at BOOKMAP and see what BOOKMAP is showing. It says a lot of people went short and their stop loss is up at 70,000. It does say there's a good amount of liquidity down to 67, though. We might scoop down before the rippage. But it is telling you that in the next 2 to 3 days, we should go to 70K and liquidate those shorts. So if you're heavy short, you may be, yeah. FVGs don't work. I don't know, maybe. That one didn't work, but maybe it will later. I don't know. I don't knock on anyone else's trading style. I know mine works. I love everybody, and as long as they're not hurting nobody and they do what they do, God bless them all, man. Lifers, let's not forget the market is so sketch right now, man. It's Tuesday. Come on, man. I know. Tuesday's supposed to be the best day, but when the president of the free world tells everyone that he's going to drop the biggest bomb in the history of a country at 7 p.m. tonight, unless we hear what was happening. Yeah. Someone said James Short was he got hit on this wick here. I saw that online. That's what it says. Anyway, he was gone for a while. Nice guy. Actually, nice guy. Like, I have no problem with him personally. Me and him connected very, we talked literally person to person a few times, even one time, very privately. I'll be honest, he tried to recruit me to, like, start a trading group, and I was like, I got my own dude, man. I ain't doing that. He's like, I need you, man. You're one of the best. And I have the DM. Like, I know no one believes me, but it's a fact. Like, I have it. I have a DM. James Wynn basically begging me to start a trading group with him. And I had to be honest. I was like, I could see how someone might take the bait there, right? Ooh, he's got all these followers. I'm going to run over there. But I got my own thing going, man. And I ain't risking it for nobody, bro. I have the DM to prove it, man. I have the DM to prove it. And he was nice to me. He was nice to me. I'm not knocking the guy. I think some of his, the stuff that goes on Twitter is insane to me. But again, thou shalt not judge. Like, who am I to judge that, man? You see what I'm saying? Who am I to judge that, man? Yeah, exactly. I feel like I gotta show the DM because no one would believe me. Like, I don't think anyone would believe this. Like you don't, like, who believes this story? Who believes me? Does anyone here believe me? I'm sure you all believe me, actually. I'm the lifer, man. Why would I lie to you? You know what I mean? I can find it, though. Yeah. Right here. Right here. I'm opening up a trading university. You need to be in here as a partner and a teacher. Right? You know what I'm saying? Right? And then he said amazing spaces. And I was spaces to be in there, but I never, we talk, we DM. Like, he's a nice guy. I'm just trying to tell you, he's a nice guy. I guess I'm also a connected guy in the space. People get to me. And I'm not huge. I don't have like the 250,000 followers on X, but I'm telling you, man, Tristan Tate follows me. A lot of people DM me. I'm connected. I know a lot of people in the space. I've been working really hard. I'm respected by almost everybody. All right. Show me the charts and I'll tell you the news. Yeah, because you can only teach how to like. Yeah. Anyway, and is that even a flex? Probably not. Most people will think you're insane. You know what I mean? I'm nice to everybody, but you know what I mean? If you're nice to me, I'm going to be nice to you. I have no reasons to be negative to anybody. You know what I mean? And people grow on me a little. I like people too much. People grow on me. I can get over their faults and see them for what they have. And I think that's my gift, man, that I see the best in people. You know, when a lot of people see the worst, I can see the best, man. And I try to find the best. I do find the best in people, man. That's what I do. I find the best in people. I look for their great, you know, look, this is you see the head and shoulder there, right? Bounced off the 200 moving average. Like, could be a nice buy there with a stop below the 200. Anyway, let's reassess the whole market. Let me refresh my brain, see if my subconscious mind can tell me, yeah. Hi, sir. I see you often, but don't know your name. You appear to be nice. My name's Sam Price, the Crypto Lifer. Welcome, man. Thank you for joining in. Your name is Hinpaki. God bless you, Hinpaki. We love you, man. Thank you for jumping on in. It's very nice of you. That's the dialogue of Daniel Plainview, sir. Who's Daniel Plainview? Show me the charts and I'll tell you how I lose. Hey. You ain't gonna show us, brother. Yeah. You ain't gonna show us, brother. See this guy? Please don't swear. I did show you. Anyway, whatever. It's all good. And you're like, that's a fake James Wynn account. It's the real James Wynn. He's a nice dude. He's a nice man. Nice to me, at least. All right? I don't know, right? A lot of people say, hey, and I get it. All right? I already retested. No more gap on the anchor volume. Longing it a little bit. Okay. It's Sam to the price of the portfolio, baby. Yep. Who's watching? Jay and the Liver? Oh, my God. I know. Always got to, you know. Anyway, so let's go back to the monthly chart and let's do our top-down analysis like we do every single day, folks, and break it down. All right? We're going to see what the markets are telling us from the biggest down to the smallest. So right now, this is okay. We could get a little bit of a struggle. I would have liked it to have dumped, and then here on the 7th or the 8th, start to come back to the upside so we have the nice wick on the monthly candle. We do have a wick on the monthly candle, and we're surrounded by 3 wicks, and this could create a movement back to the upside. We also have a downward wick, and right now you got an indecision doji on the monthly. So right now, we got indecision on the monthly. It could go either way. It could dump or pump. All right? We want to see this flip green. At least if it flips green, it could be a green doji, which could be a reversal pattern. You know, a reversal candle. I do see this as a falling wedge. I know falling wedges break out 68% of the time. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance, but I do know falling wedges break out 68% of the time. I know they go wick to wick of the algorithmic move for your next breakout. That would send you somewhere to about $114,000 Bitcoin. And you got a monthly resistance here that holds support at 64,000. All right. Sam, I'm in short of profit waiting for you to call for a pump so that I close the trade. I know, right? Like, you're like, when Sam says he's in, then I'm out, right? Yeah. You got to do what you got to do, though, bro. You know what I mean? You've got this. You can, you will, you are the best. Shout out to the 1,000 people here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Let's hit that like button. I'm going to give $200 away to someone beautiful if we get to 750 likes today, okay? 750 likes. I gave away $200, man. That's how it is. I'm just got hooking people up every day, man. God is great. My life is going well. I'm going to keep giving every single day. It always makes me feel good to give. I'd rather give than do anything else, honestly. Like, if every day I can give something, you know, may God continue to lead me into abundance so I may continue to give. My favorite thing to do. Amen. So, monthly looks okay, but I'm not a fan at the present moment. 2-week chart, still holding a green candle, still holding this key level here above $65,000. The weekly had a beautiful double bottom. This could just be a stutter step pattern that goes down a little bit and rips back to the upside. I don't love the wick from the top, though. And that's a tweezer top. And that could be a lower low that could set you lower. And one thing that I've been looking at recently is this kind of looks like a descending triangle to me. And if we get full on war, like I believe risk assets will take a bit of a hit, right? So it's almost predicting something's not going to go too well here Show me the charts and I'll show you the news. And I hate to project any negativity. I'm always like, no, we got to project positivity. We got to change the narrative with our consciousness, right? I believe if I think consciously brighter, then I can actually affect the outcome of the globe. I believe that. I'm probably insane. Most people probably think I'm nuts, but if I think positively, I can get someone else to do it. They can do it. And it's like, what do they call it? The 12 monkey syndrome or 7 monkey syndrome? I'm getting it wrong, but you know what I mean? It's if one monkey starts doing it, the other monkey starts doing it. And if you can project positivity, keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. And eventually you could change the thought process of the world, right? And that's the plan. That's the goal. So the idea behind this is, man, but then the charts also tell me reality, and it is what it is, right? So this tells me we're likely going somewhere further down to about 38,250 for Bitcoin. Sam, have you ever heard of breakout route where it's crypto? No. Yeah. No, I don't deal with them. Yeah. Yep. Almost penned a deal with them, but it wasn't to me. Yeah, whatever. To each their own. I'll leave it alone. That's I didn't do it. All right. After 3 months of back and forth, I pulled out. I didn't do it. Let's take a look. The weekly looks like it could go further back here to 38,000. That is a key level that I keep looking at. 40K, 30K could be the bottom, folks, and that could be the beautiful place to buy. That's when we really catch bottoms. So, yeah. Exactly. I'm long in the 786 fibs of the 1 minute to the moon and beyond. Okay. I like that idea. That's interesting. Are you pulling the fib here? 618 bounce possible. I don't play. I used to get this divergence and go for this. I found it was so much better to wait for the 200. So I gave up trading down here for my 200 entries, but yeah. Everybody. This guy just said, hey, Sam, yesterday I said, I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I said, I have no idea where Bitcoin's going to go. I believe there's a 90% chance we've bottomed because I've never seen the fear and greed at 5 twice before in my life, and the stochastics RSI below the 200 moving average. Statistically speaking, it looks like a bottom to me. I am buying Bitcoin spot like it was a bottom between 60 and I've stopped buying after 63,000, but between 60K and 63, that was a great buying opportunity. I don't know where listen, every day I do this, and every day people come back and say, this is what you said yesterday, but they never repeat that I said I had no idea where Bitcoin's going. I don't know where Bitcoin's going. I have no clue. I have no idea where Bitcoin's going to go. It could dump to 20K tomorrow. It could pump to 100K. I don't know, folks. I am not a psychic. Okay? I do not know. I'm going to say this again. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I have no clue where Bitcoin's going to go. None. I've never claimed to tell you that I know where Bitcoin's going, not once on this channel. Okay? I've said it now like 10 times today, so I hope you come back tomorrow and say, hey, Sam, how come you said you don't know where Bitcoin's going, but you still made a gain? All right? Exactly. Ignorance is cost. Amen. Exactly. Shaking my head. When will these desperate traders find patience? Amen, right? Today's not yesterday. Things change. A new day. Exactly. Like, it could look super bullish, and then we could lose a key level of the daily, and then you have to wake up tomorrow and be like, dang, man, we didn't hold. Like that candle had to, that looks bearish to me. It's telling me to go back into a short. I'm about to take it. All right. Yeah, all the traders think I know where Bitcoin's going because I got a suit on and I talk good. I love it. I mean, I get it. But, I don't have a clue, man. I'm just trading probabilities. This looks like it's going to go lower because I've backtested these head and shoulder patterns and they mainly dump. You know what I'm saying? Do I know we're going to dump for sure? No. I won 2 trades in front of you yesterday. Did I know I was going to win the trade? Am I a psychic? How did I win the trade yesterday? I just traded a probability that I believed in. You do have to believe it. You got to have something that you could base your trades on. In 2 seconds, some war news could come out and this thing could spike right back to the upside. Trading the small time frames is treachery right now, but I do, Take profit would be 65,220. And I'm not in yet. Some people are going to jump in before me. Oh, he's going. I didn't make the trade yet. I'm looking at the real estate to see if it's worth buying. All right. You got to look at it first before you want to buy, right? You got to know whether it's worth getting in. All right. 341 for 193. That's a head and shoulder pattern. Looks like it's going to take us down. 30-minute is right on the 200 moving average. It's like fighting. I could see it. Oh, man. One hour is still nicely above the 200. We could get a bounce here, too. So, like, again, I see a beautiful trade on the 5. I see contradicting evidence on the 1. This is also a head and shoulder pattern, though, but we're above the 200 moving average, which tells me to be careful. Yeah. Just explain the concept of laddering in, Sam. Well, you start a trade, and then if it doesn't go your way, you cut it off. It does go your way, you start to add a little bit to the trade at key levels, right? Exactly. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in and hanging out with us here. I appreciate it more than you would ever know. Hey, do you want to hang out with real people, right? Do you want to have a blast? Then I suggest you go to the Bitcoin Las Vegas conference in Las Vegas. August 26th, 27th, and 28th at the Venetian Expo. It's a great time. I've had a blast every single time I've went. We go to dinners. We do gamble a little bit. I gamble for an hour maybe because I got to be in bed by 11. We have a fun, man. We have a good time. And actually, we really didn't. I actually watched 3 people gamble for 10 minutes last time. I really didn't gamble. But the year before, I turned $100 into 1,000 just playing craps one night at the Luxor. But I wouldn't go back to the Luxor. But anyway, Bitcoin 2026 in hotel packages. Use the code LIFER, okay? LIFER when you sign up, and it will hook you up, man, and you'll be in there. And I'd like to see you, all right? I'm going to, we're going to get together. We're going to have a blast. I'm actually getting my flight today, and we're ready to go. So stay tuned for more, folks. Stay tuned for more. Let's get back to this idea. Do I short this 5-minute time frame, or do I leave it alone? Looks so bearish. That looks like there's a 70% chance that's going to dump on you. The only reason I'm reserved by it is because of the 1 hour 200 moving average. All right. Still a possible chance to make $1,000 today if we pull the cards right. But we got to do it right. It's got to be done right. Hi, Sam. Could you do the $100 flip challenge? I don't know what that is. Yeah. Hey, Sam, been buying Bitcoin for long-term HODL for 90K down to 50K. What Bitcoin is 1 million. It doesn't matter. 100%, man. You've got the right idea. That's how I look at it. I zoom out and I get myself ready for a 10-year plan. I tell myself 10. See, I'm patient. It's okay if I don't get paid tomorrow, today. I know I'm 43. I know 53 probably going to get a big payday. I envision myself at 53 years old. I'm on that big I got the yacht. I'm pulling into the Bahamas with the friends and family. And, it's from the years of hard work that I'm putting in right now. I'm planning for 10 years from now. Are you? Or are you just trying to make a buck today? At the beginning, you try to make a buck. I get it. But you plan from 10 years from now, man. You got to. And someone would say, but I got no money, man. Only big shots do that. But when I started planning 10 years out, that's when I changed my life. Because I started procuring energy that was going to be there for me way later in my life. You see? And thank God I started 10-year planning around 28, 32 years old is when I figured it out that it was a long-term thing I was in. Now I'm 43 and I'm living in the millions that I projected back at 32 years old. See? I didn't get rich at 43. I got rich back at 33 when I started my mentality shift. When my mind shifted, the millions were coming then. Are you shifting your mind today? 10 years from now, you're going to be able to cash that check that you're building right now. Okay? This is the key. This is the mentality, because a lot of people will teach you how to trade, but they won't teach you how to procure your mind for success. All right. You gotta, what's your net worth in 5 years? How are you going to get there? Okay. And don't try. There is no try. Remember that. There is only do or do not. I mean, that's real in Star Wars. There's a reason he said that, man. I don't try to teach you. I don't try to be there. Say someone say, hey, can you come tomorrow to my event? Yeah, I'll try to be there. You're not going to go. I'll do everything I can to be there. I'll call you if I make it. I'll let you know. It might be tough. My schedule's not perfect for that day. That's what you say. You don't tell someone you're going to try to be there because that means you're not going, man. The word try is an out for someone to know that you're not going to do it. Do you think you could come mow my lawn for me? My legs hurt. I could try tomorrow. Okay. You call tomorrow. Nah, tomorrow's not a good day. Maybe the next day. Okay. The word try is basically a way out. Same with the word maybe. Same with the word might. I might do it. Oh, I might do it. I might learn how to trade tomorrow and join his trading group. I've lost so much money. I'm going to try to trade without a mentor. I'm going to try to trade without education. You know what I mean? Like, okay. I tried trading without a mentor. I'm so happy I found a trading group and it changed my life. I didn't even know what Head and Shoulders was. I would long this and I have no clue why. Like, this is about to dump, man. The only reason that I'm reserved is the 200 on the 1 hour. I've longed the 1 hour too many times off that 200, and it's got me weary of the 5. I also know small time frames have been like very, very they've been interesting. I did call the short earlier today that did start to dump. Like right here, I called the short. It dumped. Then it came back to the neckline. Technically, your stop loss will be above this right shoulder. You'd still be in the short at break even right now. Actually in the money slightly. You would be in the money because the entry was somewhere right around here at like 68.2, 68.150. So you did take the short that I put out. You are in the money right now. I got to make that clear. Just, hey, those are facts. Facts are facts, right? You never sell, you borrow against your assets 100%. 100%. There's no reason to sell. It's a taxable event. Then you give money back to the state for no reason. The key is to keep the money in the family. Okay? But you can't borrow against things until you have a lot of assets. Like, you got to work there. So you got to work really hard to get to that level. Like, that level is the end goal. You know? It takes time to get to that level where you can start borrowing off assets. You need assets first. How do you get assets? You need money, man. You got to save. You got to work. You got to find a hustle. It all comes down to your energy. Every single rich person, think about it. Close your eyes and realize it was their human energy. They didn't. See, what happens is we think people are rich and we fill ourselves with all these ideas and excuses for how they're rich. Oh, they had a rich dad. They got connected. They went to the school. They knew the right person. I didn't go to Harvard. I didn't go to Yale. I'll never become a multimillionaire. I used to think like that. I didn't get into Ivy League. They control the world. They're always going to have me a little bit below them, you know? And then I remember one day hiring Ivy League lawyers. One guy went to Harvard and Yale. And I'm pretty sure one guy was making like 400 grand a year. One guy was making like 8. And I made more than both of them. They were both older than me. They had both went to Yale and Harvard. They took me to a steak dinner after something we had done together. And I know I was making more than them. And they were lawyers that had gone to Ivy League schools. And they were working for me, man. No, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just being honest. I found my own hustle, did my own thing, and people with Ivy League degrees worked for me. I hired them to work for me, right? So, like, again, I'm just saying your hustle could take you places you've never thought possible. And you could do things you've never thought possible. The story I just told you, I can't believe I'm even telling you. It didn't seem possible. Why should a kid that graduated from St. John's be making more money than a guy that went to Harvard and Yale? How is that possible? Because he went after his dreams, he made something happen, and he believed in God. That's how. He channeled the energy, man, to the highest extent of the law and took it all away, baby. Right? Fake emotions acting real, baby. False evidence appearing real. Yep. I call it fake emotion acting real. However you want to say it, fear does not exist. It's a construct of your imagination. It's just a barrier for entry that you're creating because you don't want to do something, right? Fear really isn't real. I'm afraid that no one's going to... I wanted a live stream. I was afraid no one would listen to me. What is that? That's not real. That's not a real fear. Of course someone's going to listen to you. You're a beautiful person made by God with a plan and idea. God's going to put people in your path that will listen to you. You get what you put out. Exactly. There are levels, yep. The richest people are entrepreneurs. They're people that broke out. Yep. I'm not putting down a Harvard degree and a Yale degree. I don't want it to look like that. I'm just making an obvious statement. The guy who went on YouTube every day for years ended up making more than the people that went to Harvard and Yale. Right? God bless YouTube and Google. Thank you for the opportunity. God bless God for giving me the ability to push All the opportunities in my life, all the people that helped me, my mom and dad that believed in me, God bless them. My dad didn't tell me, Sam, I know you could do anything. I'm behind you 100%, Sam. You're going to get it, Sam. So he kept telling me, I lost 40 grand in the market. I called my dad. Dad, I lost 40,000. I got into this GVO stock. I thought it was going to change my life. I had to tell him. I didn't want to tell him. Like 15 months went by. I don't want to tell my dad I had lost a bunch of money in the market. This is when I was like, around 28. This is years ago, 15 years ago. And he goes, don't worry, Sam. He goes, I walked in and I bought a stock. It tanked the next day, but I held it. He goes, you'll find the next thing. I know you will. Just keep your head on straight, He said, ask God for help. He said, I believe in you, Sam. If the next thing's coming, you're going to find it. I know you're going to find it. Just keep going. Believe in yourself. But I was working a night shift at the time. I didn't see a way out. I said, Dad, I don't know. Like, I said, I started this trading journey and all I did was lose money, man. I feel like such a loser. He said, you just took a shot, buddy. You just keep taking shots. I remember that conversation. I remember where I was. I remember the phone I was on. I remember where I was standing when I talked to my dad that day. I was in my apartment in Queens, and so I've been through I've lost $1 million, basically I've lost 700 grand, 800 grand. I mean, my portfolio was up to 800 grand and it came back down again. And that's why, because I held Bitcoin for years and I held a lot of it. So I'd be a millionaire, then I wouldn't. Then I'd be a millionaire, then I wouldn't. Bitcoin go to 20, 30K, I'd be up big. Go back down to 6K, 3K, I'd be down huge. I never sold it. I went through the ups and downs. Most people would never take the emotional roller coaster rides I went on. I never sold Bitcoin since $1,000 buys. I'm up 67x right now. I didn't sell 126x. I must be out of my mind. Crazy, right? Who wouldn't sell 126x? Only a complete psychotic person, right? I'm not in it for the money. I never was. See, I can make more money than people that are in it for the money because I'm just in it for the energy, man. Don't you understand? When you're in it for the energy, you can surpass people that are in it for the money. You'll make more money than them because all they think about is money. You think about changing the world. You think about expressing yourself in visualization process. Like you want to push yourself out there. I had money in the world twice, but had to give it back to play the game. Yeah, I can tell you're grateful for your father. I would have given everything for that growing up. 100%. I know many people that didn't have a father like mine. And that's why I do this every day for the young men out there that didn't have a dad like me. You can live vicariously through me. I can tell you what my dad said, and you can act just like he was your dad. All right? And I don't care if this is corny to some people. I needed mentors too. I reached out to people. I went online. I found Jim Rohn. He was dead. He had pre-recorded videos, but they were the best videos I've ever heard. They spoke to the core of who I was. They changed me. I know I'm talking about other things. We're staring at the chart right now. I don't know what you want to do. Watch price action go flat for the 1 minute and we could just talk about candle bodies and say, okay, we're tight. Looks like we're going lower. I see lower. Right? But it is setting up for a lower low. The only reason I'm holding back is that 1 hour 200 moving average. Interesting. Look at the head and shoulders. Shoulder, head, shoulder. Head and shoulders everywhere. Shoulder, head, shoulder in the 5. I'd be so surprised if this doesn't dump. It's like screaming to sell. Just to hit the sell button, man. And short this puppy. 65, 177 or 164. I'm hit that 77. Stop loss is at 68, 253. Right? 222 actually. Triple two is even better. Yeah, $74 for $400. $60 for $400 of the trade. It's at 8-1 if we get all the way to 65,000. I'll probably sell at 60 somewhere in these levels. You'll look for support or resistance on the left and right. You take profits as you get to them. Flip this upside down. It's exactly how we trade bullishly every morning. It's the model. So I'm trading the same thing every day, folks. Get that stop loss below the 200 moving average. It's a 7-1 risk reward ratio. If the 1 hour was not right above the 200, if it was on the other side of the 200, I would be in this trade right now without a thought. But that 1 hour's got me thinking. flip it upside down and you see, it looks far more familiar to you. Like, oh, I know that pattern. They're going to drag it along and rake you the shorts and then pump to annihilate them. I could do the same thing to the longs. So yeah, I remember speaking at my dad's funeral. I wrote him a poem, and I said the poem for him. Yeah, we had it, and my dad was kind of a party guy. He liked to party, and his funeral was on Cinco de Mayo, and I just thought it was funny, and of course, and it was the full moon that night on Cinco de Mayo of his funeral. It was a full moon on Cinco de Mayo, man, for my dad, man. I love you, Jimmy. I miss you more than life itself. I want to call you every day. I want to say, hey, man, I love you, Dad. Every single day of my life, I want to reach out to my dad and tell him I love him, man. Every single day of my life. Isn't a moment I don't want to hear my dad's voice. You know what I mean? I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to shed tears. I'm strong today, but dang, man, I miss my buddy, man. I miss my buddy. Yeah, look at them kind of bouncing this thing now. And this is chop. Look, a tiny little, what are you going to make? You're going to make a $200 move on Bitcoin? I tell you right now, to make $200 on Bitcoin right now, you need to have a position of 68,000, however you get there. Whether it's 10,000 at 30, at 4, whatever, however you get to 67,000. But Bitcoin went up to make any money. Like Bitcoin just went up from, I'm just putting things into perspective for you. I trade leverage every single day. I understand risk, I think, better than almost everybody here. Okay? And so when you look at this type of structure and this situation, you realize like you can only make money today if Bitcoin goes down $1,000. Then I can make, you'd have to have a position of 67,995 to make 1,000 if Bitcoin drops to 66.9, right? You see what I mean? I want to make what Bitcoin makes. If Bitcoin drops $50, I want to make $50. To do that, my position has to be the same size as Bitcoin. So I'd have to use $3,000 at about 20 something X leverage. You divide it, you'll get it. And that's how you would make the trade. All right. Energy never dies, it transcends. Yep. I lost my dad at 18 years later. I'm still crying like a little boy when I think about my old man. Crazy, bro. Crazy. Yeah. And I lost my mom 7 months after my father on Thanksgiving morning or afternoon at 1 o'clock. We were about to pull the turkey out. My brother-in-law said, something's wrong with your mom. I think you should call an ambulance. Next thing you know, they're there. She's having a stroke. She tells she can. And that was the last day of her life. Like, I watched my mother's last moments on earth. Like, then she went into a 5-day coma. And I went there every day until she passed. It happened on Thursday. She died on Monday, man. And the anniversary of my dad's death coming consensus. That's when I met Billy. It was the end of April. My dad died May 1st. May 2nd at 1 in the morning. But, it all happened on May 1st. Beautiful double bottom here for Bitcoin. This bends and starts to go in here, then I feel like the short is just very likely. It pumps up here, then you're happy you didn't jump in too early. You see? I remember that day like it was yesterday. Yep. Love you're saying this demo trading, but this is my mindset as well. I'm still trying to get over my twin passing 11. I'm so sorry to hear that. I have a twin, and if my twin passed 11 months ago, I don't think I'd be able to breathe, man. I never met my father and started looking for him in my late 20s. After my mother, and I finally found out he passed 3 years prior. I cry harder than I ever cried for anything in my life. Wow, that's crazy. You never got to find him, man. See? And you never had a dad, and it still affected you to this day. That's crazy. That's deep stuff, man. I love sharing on this channel because I hear so many stories, and the stories just make me more compassionate about life. I see things I never thought, and it's just an amazing journey we all live. Shout out to the 1,000 people here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, being amazing, and kicking it with the Crypto Lifer. You people are awesome, man. I love you more than life itself. Like, I do. Like, this is the journey of life. This is what you want. Like, it doesn't get better than this, man. 68,026 for BTC, and we're going to see kind of how it hits on the move. If we get this breakout, I'm taking the long. If it comes back down here, I'm looking for the short. Okay? Some people might trade this divergence, but it's not that strong because divergence is only as good as your resistance. So that's the level that you're hitting right there. Okay? That's the level that you're going to hit right there. Amen, right? Come back down into this area, get really tight, we get the short cooking. Hey, it looks like a descending triangle that wants to rip up. It could shoulder, head, right shoulder. Today should give us mixed signals because everyone that's in the market, we create the market, the emotions of the people. And you know right now the emotions of people are pushed and pulled on both sides. You see what I'm saying? So the only comfort in losing a parent is they didn't lose you first, 100%. I said that to myself when my dad died. I said, wow, at least my dad didn't see me go. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of crazy, but that's the only other scenario. And so you're like, wow, that's amazing, right? So if you're here on this show, I want you to understand that the reason why people like this show, because we don't just cover trading, we cover my journey. And my journey in trading has been showing up every day. I haven't taken a day off since April of 2021. So, and it was April 22nd. We have it verified. I asked somebody, he went through every live stream and put it on a spreadsheet. He still does it every month for me now, and he documents it. So we have it in case we ever want to do some Guinness Book of World Records thing. We have the documentation, right? And I too watched my mom's last moments. You're a wonderful soul. God bless you. You too, man. I love my parents, man. They were awesome people. They were so good to me. My mom and dad told me they loved me multiple times a day. Every day of my life. My dad was rough around the edges. He was a little tough on me. But that's only because he didn't want the world to crush me. Men are hard on their sons because they don't want the world to crush their sons. So if you're a real good dad, you kind of have to, you got to put some pressure on your kids, man. Because if you don't, they're going to think the world's too easy. Their first understanding of support and resistance, right, so to speak, is through you as a father. And if you don't give them a little pushback, if you don't make it, if you got to, I'm not saying you beat your kids and you make it, you mentally, but you gotta be tough on them, Like say you ask your kid, hey, it's your, you got fish, it's time for you to clean the fish tank. But I'm 10, I don't have to do no, you clean the fish tank. Okay, they do it, and then you go back, you see it wasn't doing good. You got to do it again. It wasn't done good enough. You missed this, you missed that, but I put it all back. I don't care. Take it out, do it again. Dad, why are you so... Don't talk back to me. Go back and clean the fish tank and do it right this time. That's it. Like, I'm like that. You know what I mean? I'm very... And then you know what? 3-4 months later, they're perfect at cleaning the fish tank, and they never make a mistake, and you never have to go over that again. And they show, hey, Dad, look, I did it real nice. And you look at it and you go, that's top notch. You say, that's what I'm talking about. You reward them for great behavior. You know what I mean? My son is a real man. So proud of him. God bless you, man. Thank you. So we're watching Bitcoin now as it's been sideways for 10 minutes straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in 1 minute chop. Looking to either go further to the downside or to pump. I got my parking permit only till April. Wait, August? They said 6 months. That's not 6 months. August 26th? April, May, June, July, August. I can park wherever I want now. Temporary. All right? It ain't the blue one. I only got the red one, man. But I don't have to walk across the gosh dang parking lot. You know what took them 3 weeks to give this to me? 3 weeks I've been hurt. I needed this way more when I was on crutches and could barely move. I called the office, saying, hey, why is it taking so long for a handicapped person? Do I have to come down there handicapped to get it? You know what I mean? I miss my lovely daughter. She passed away preparing for university. I never had a chance to tell her how much I love her. It's painful. That's horrible. And, listen to that guy. Tell your kids you love them every day. Call your mom and dad today. Reach out to a loved one. There's a lot of people, they don't get along with their brothers and sisters. I've learned that. I've had friends in their late 40s and 50s, and when I was in my 20s, I don't talk to my brother. They used to tell me, why? My dad told me that it was so important me and my sister stay together no matter what. He said, look, every time we were at dinner together, he'd say, when I'm gone, these are the only good friends you're going to have. Never, ever give up on your sisters. Like, This is family. And he made us all basically promise each other that we would all be together till life, like, right? He goes Lambo with the, I pull in the Lambo with the handicaps on. They love that, right? I get out with the crutches. Dude, that's a little bull flag that could pump to the upside here. I'm not telling you where price is going. We're just kind of looking at it here. When we do the top down, that's when we figure it out. Wow, look at this. Chop, head and shoulder, chop. Like, this is just chop city. Look at that. So funny, man. Scream the love, man. Yeah. Shout out to the beautiful people here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. And don't get disinterested. This is your time to shine when everyone's not paying attention. Because when the things actually happen, it's going to pump for a few days, and the bigger moves are going to happen. And then everyone's going to hear them, and then they're going to wait, and then retail's going to get in. We're all going to be in the money when retail decides it's time. That's an inverted head and shoulder. That should break out 68% of the time right now. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. Bit of a double bottom, too. Sketchy day today is because people are too much. Yeah, you're funny, man. Some kids today, a little scared with no discipline at all. They end up taking out their parent. Oh my God. I've seen that. That's so crazy. One kid sniped his dad out because he told him he couldn't play Xbox like a week ago or something. It's crazy stuff, man. Insanity. There's a good divergence there. You hit that long, you got paid. You know what I mean? A lot of guts to get in right there, though. I mean, technically tweezer bottom on the 1 minute. Maybe I start trading tweezer bottoms on the 1 minute. I haven't done that. Yeah. My best mate passed in November. Editing a new video with him in it was beautiful and heartbreaking all at once. I'm so sorry to hear that. But hey, he gave you his energy, man. You connected. You guys made it happen together on this earth. And I think that was the plan, right? So you guys accomplished your mission. I gotta do this again. And again, every day I just go on a little detective journey. It's just how I do it. Mentor said sometimes the best trade is not a trade. Yeah, exactly. Lots of div playing out on multiple low time frames the last few days. My mom passed. I promised dad no hospital and no home. Amen. God bless you, man. Hold him down, brother. Yeah, I don't do tweezer bottom on the 1 minute. I really don't. Indecision doji on the monthly. 2-week chart is holding levels. Stochastics RSI are very low. I've never seen them that low. If you go to the weekly on the MACD is about to get across below the equator. We haven't seen that since here. That's August of 2022. It's been a long time, right? It tells me that this is another screaming idea that this could be a beautiful bottom. Remember, we were at 60,000. If the bulls were so strong, we should have went to 53 by now. We're still at 68. You got to take that into an account, into account, you know. The weekly looks like it's going to roll over, though, right? It just doesn't look good. It looks descending triangle-esque. To me, it looks like you're in a bear flag that's going to drop to the downside, right? That level takes you to $32,000. If you want to be a little less, I guess you could, and I keep getting 38, right? 38,000. This says 35, but you have to believe that this is possible, right? Got my long entry at 67,820 on weeks. Interesting. That ain't bad. We'll see how that goes. So yeah, I'm just not a fan right now of the weekly chart. It's going to have to flip green and close a green candle this week. It has to, man. 5-day chart just barely trying to hold in that higher low. You would expected that tweezer bottom to give us the pump. It's so weird. You get the tweezer bottom, but you don't get the low. We do got some time. We got 3 days and 9 hours. So 150K soon. Have faith. At one point, it would be soon, but it's soon in 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, you know. See how the 21's curving? I don't like that. That's not a good sign. You want the 21 to curve up and keep going and then cross through the moving averages. So it can head up to the 200 moving average. I see this as still a bearish retest of that level. You could say, okay, it's in this bigger idea, but dang, man. Remember this song when we first started listening to this? Like a fire. I mean, there's a high, there's a low, there's a lower high, lower low. Then we tried to dig out here and go low, higher high, higher low. And it's like, wow. And when I draw the trend line, I told you this too. You broke the trend for sure. I say you're bullish as long as you stay above this key level. You're funny. Please hit the like button, everybody. Bitcoin back to 120. I need new fishing gear for the summer. I know, right? Sam, did you see that Ireland was locked down by truckers and farmers because of the fuel prices? Yeah, I bet they should, man. I'm so disappointed in Ireland. I don't want to get into it. I don't talk about it all, but I'm very disappointed in Ireland. We were strong Irish folk, man. All the guys in Boston, and all the guys that we used to... I grew up around crazy guys sending money back to the IRA, the Boston boys, hey? Boston's got tough Irish boys, bro. We banded together and we created a stronghold in this country, man. My one buddy said all the strong Irish went to America. I feel like they're rolling over, man, to the demands of the, you know. I thought Ireland had a backbone, man. That Enoch Burke getting arrested for not using the right pronouns and stuff. You're going to arrest an old man and put him in jail? Like, that's the Irish way? That's not the Irish way. We didn't grow up like that. I wasn't raised that way. I get upset when I hear about Ireland. You know, they're going to kill the livestock to stop, like all this crazy stuff, man. Insanity. We need the daily to push through here. We need the daily to create a flag. Here's the deal. I feel like I should wait for the daily to reveal what it's going to do and get off the small time frames. The daily is likely going to make a right shoulder here and dump, or make a flag and pump. It's going to teach us what to do. We could be very patient. This will take days, though, right? I agree with you, Sam. That's my home. Amen, dude. Sláinte, brother. Sláinte to all my Irish folk, man. But, man, when I grew up in the 80s, the Irish were a vicious type, man. You didn't mess with the Irish. You know what I mean? Dude, go look at all the old mafia movies. Who did the Italians use to do all the hit jobs? The Irish guys. You know, go watch Hell's, you know the story. Hell's Kitchen, baby. You know what I mean? Go read the book, man. You'll find out. Anyway, we always did the dirty work. If you go into the streets and you read the history of the Irish, we did the dirty work, man. We cleaned out the mines. We were worth less than a slave at one point. Slaves were worth money. An Irish guy was worth nothing, dude. They put us to the mines. We built the railroads. People don't really, man, we had a great famine. We're a tough race. And we never took anybody over. We never bullied anybody. We're never known to, you know. We defended ourselves. We kept, I got the Irish accent now, man. It's in me now, boys. Ship it off to the Michael Collins. The hunger strike of Michael Collins, man. Go watch the movie. You want to know what it's like to be Irish, man? Find out, baby. 22-hour could get a bump here. I'm just building what could be possible. Could we be digging out of this insanity? It is a falling wedge that broke to the upside. I'm looking for some flicker of bullishness here. Right? Easy, lad, now. Your potato shown. Hey. Yeah, the president of Mexico, like, she's not even Mexican. Right? She's not even a Mexican. Like, how do you, like, what the? Like, this stuff is mind-boggling to me, man. It doesn't make any sense. Like, the world is backwards, bro. Wow, this looks interesting. When the 21 and the 200 get close together, I get pretty excited. Look at the 4-hour bouncing off the 21-day moving average. It's a known place for a bounce. Maybe I get my head off of the smaller time frames here and start focusing on the 4-hour and the 1-hour. We technically should get a bounce. We're getting oversold. We're almost hitting bullish, but, slight. It almost looks like we're going to chop around for the next few days and find our sauce here. We still could make a move. We got that level on BOOKMAP back to the upside, right? Let's take a look at BOOKMAP. BOOKMAP still says that is it still got the short squeeze to 70,000? It does. It's got big red up at 70K saying there's a mass liquidation level there for shorts. A bunch of people will get obliterated, all right? And what will happen? Well, we might go sideways all day. At 7 p.m., there becomes a ceasefire, and Bitcoin rips. Or there's no ceasefire, and Bitcoin don't. It's that simple, everybody. I know you don't believe me, but it really is this time. right? No, back in the day, slaves were worth money. Like you could trade, but an Irish guy was worth nothing. There was signs in America that said Irish need not apply in New York City. This is a true story, man. Irish need not apply. Anti-Irish sentiment, okay? They didn't like us. Nina, no Irish need apply was a discriminatory phase of the 19th century in the United States and Britain to exclude Irish immigrants from employment. The earliest documented newspaper instance appeared in January, which explicitly said no Irish need apply. They would put out jobs and tell us they didn't want us. You understand? You want to talk about anti-Semitism? We were viciously being treated horribly, man. Absolutely horribly. Anti-Irish sentiment was insane. Did we cry? Did we complain? No. We worked hard and took market share. We'd kick our head down and kept moving. We started our own businesses. We proved we're the hardest workers in the game, and we made it happen, man. I don't know. A lot of people don't know that, man. Nina. He said, I have an aunt, Nina. I know, right? You're funny, man. I like that. You hit this perfect thing to get me out of my... I get that old, I got my ancestry in me, man. I'm not into that, So we need a bounce here for the 4 hour and then pull a fib. It's a really good place to get in because you're at the 618. That's a beautiful place to try to catch along on the Fibonacci retracement. And you got support or resistance right here. So it looked more confusing until I really slowed it down and started to see things. And now the 1 hour and the 2 hour are hugging the 200 moving average. I love the 200. I long it every day. I'm going to long the 200 moving average. I'll do it 3. I only got to win 3 out of 10. I could do it 10 times. Should wait for the 1 minute to crack the 200. The 1 minute cracks the 200. Then we got ourselves a plan. Look, that flag did play out. And again, it is like playing Russian roulette today with these markets. But I'm looking for a bounce back to the upside. I don't know if we're going to get the measured move. I'd almost like it if we consolidated here. I'm going to take a long. I like to long the bounce off the 200. Did we get the close? No, but it's in what? 22 minutes? I am front running this. This could turn red. This is high risk. You should wait for the candle to close in 22 minutes. I'm going a little hard. I don't know if I'll get to 71,499. I usually don't sell all much. I just, in a spot position, I tend to get to one of where I'm going to get to. Like, in leverage, I get out when I'm up, man, because it's treachery out here, man. 71,499. Stop loss would have to be at 67,376. Okay. Just give the numbers that this is a 4-to-1. Just take the numbers that the system gives you. Don't come up with your own concepts here. 500 for 19. That ain't bad. 375 for 15. That's a great trade. I'll take it. I only have to use $980 of my margin, right? And I can use 33x leverage to create a $32,000 position. Now, if Bitcoin goes up $2,000, I only make $1,000, right? I only have half of Bitcoin's position, but I don't go the full 100,000, 60,000 unless I really feel it. I just want to see if we could bounce and, attempt to make maybe $1,000 today. So I go for right now I'm going for $1,000 a day. Okay. Some days I can make 5, some days I can make 4, some days I can lose. It depends, right? So in this heavy volatile time, I just want to keep myself afloat and add a little more. When the market gets real good, we can go hard again. Is it time to open up massive longs on the bottoms? I did that spot. You get it? I poured a lot of money spot in at 60,000 to 63K. I don't feel the need to go heavy leverage now because in my mind, I'm a humble guy and I'm really not greedy. If I was greedy, I'd be leveraging this so hard. And I'm still weary of leverage. Like after October 10th, I'm like, I don't need money so bad that I have to make tons of money trading leverage. Okay? I do like to take advantage of the market and I love trading Bitcoin and only Bitcoin. To do that, I have to use leverage. Like, I have to trade an altcoin for the same experience, the same type of outcome, but it would be far more risky. Already down 42 trades straight. I'll be honest, there's more drawdown than ever. When I get into a trade, I see it suffer. I can see it both ways. I can see this right shoulder ring and stop me out in 2 seconds, which is, you know what I mean? I can see shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder. I can see it's being held by the two. I see it both ways, folks. I'm not trying to tell you I know what's going to happen. And you're like, well, why'd you take the long then, Sam? I'm putting more faith on the 1 hour than the smaller time frames. But they don't look good to me. They're either setting it up to create a short squeeze or they're going to dump it hard, man. Yeah. Yeah, we didn't just short around for 700 years. We made better lives, 100%. 100%. More rights. They fought 100 years by getting in the system, changing their names, and making it happen. He says, I can't see your trading view at the top. It's right here. I have it right there, 1 hour. All right. Let me see what you're saying, though. I could bring it down. I see it. It says 1 hour right there. I moved this into position, but look, you can see it, 1 hour. It's right there, man. You're seeing everything that this screen sees. That's how this works. Shout out to everyone. Jump on into Bitcoin Las Vegas. I can't stress it enough. When it comes and goes, I really believe you'll meet a lifelong friend there. It'll blow your mind, but it's up to you. But hit the link, log in with code LIFER, and I'd love to see you there in Vegas. It's coming up in like 2.5. It's like 20 days, man. 20 days. So if you're just coming into the show, I took a long on Bitcoin off of this 618 area bounce and the previous supporters resistance and the 200 moving average. Those three things all tell me that there's a chance I can get a move back to the top of the range here today and that the dump is kind of slowing down for now. We know Donald Trump he said at 8 p.m. tonight, either they open up the strait or something insane is going to happen. That's what he said. And he kind of has to do it now if they don't open the strait. Or do they call his bluff? Did they call his bluff and not open the strait? It's pretty crazy, man, right? It's pretty crazy. Some people criticize him as the craziest guy in the world. Some people say it's the smartest move he could have made. There's people on all sorts. I've been on Twitter all night. I couldn't sleep. There's people just saying everything. Some people believe the moon landing. Most people don't believe the moon landing. It's like half the world believes and they don't believe. Half the world's flat, half the world's flat. It's just crazy. It's crazy out there right now. There's so many different belief systems colliding all at once. I can't believe what it's like to be a young person nowadays growing up in this. But honestly, you guys they're actually pretty resilient, I found. My one friend, he's 20 years old. The guy is resilient. He's doing very well circumnavigating this insane world, man. I'm very proud of the way he handles reality, man. For 20 years old, man. Shout out to my buddy Zab. My cousin, man. Basically my cousin, my little cousin from another, man. What Donald Trump says, he does, yeah. Exactly. All right, we got to get 750 likes so I can give somebody here 200 beans, man. I want to give away $200 to somebody today. I got to give. If I give, I'm going to get it back, right? I can see for miles and miles. It's a great song, right? I can see for miles and miles and miles. I need more beans. Who doesn't, man? Right? Hit that like button. Kill it. Yep. I've been giving a lot away, too. We did a NCAA thing in the Discord. Hook somebody up with 500. Like, I've been in a really good state of giving lately, man. Not holding back, not thinking about scarcity, only thinking about abundance, and then I'm going to draw abundance right into my life by doing that. Thank you, Sam, for always being here. God bless you. Thank you for being here, Well Joe. I appreciate you, brother. God bless you, my friend. So after much speculation, I took along. Small time frames are defying that. I basically decided not to look at them, and I just took my 1 hour signal. I'm going to watch the 1 hour and the 1 hour only today for a while. So if you want to help someone so I just want to make this clear real quick. I have 1,000 people here on the stream, which is amazing. It's one of the biggest live streams in the entire crypto industry. It really is. I see some of the biggest channels, they don't even get 1,000 viewers today, and they have like more subscribers than me. Some of these $1 million channels, the 500,000 channels, they're not getting this. They're not. I'm telling you. I'm not trying to brag. I'm being honest. 464 likes. If we get to 750, I'm giving someone $200. So if you don't want someone to win, and you don't like winning, I don't know, you might be the person that wins. So hit that like button. Get this 469 to 700. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it. And honestly, it's probably a day I should just not trade until tonight. I could really see a massive dump and a massive pump. It's so crazy. Inverted head and shoulder of the 5-minute time frame. Yeah, kind of like, yeah, that could save the day. A double bottom that's holding well with the wick in the top there. Could you go over the 1 hour long again? I want to see what you see. I just did. I just said the 3 reasons why I'm long. We bounced. So you take away everything. Really simple. Resistance. Resistance, resistance, resistance. This is a clear support or resistance area. You're coming back to bounce. You've been basically choppily selling off for a while. How do we can't we choppily sell up? I mean, you've been dumping since here, so what goes down must come up. You're very oversold in the stochastics RSI. You have a bullish divergence on the stochastics. You have a 200 moving average, and you're in a falling wedge that breaks up 68% of the time. So with all that, and I pulled the fib and found out it's at the 618 fib. All these kind of resonate to me that there should be a bounce. Whether it would happen or not, no way, right? Yeah, exactly. So I just hooked you up. Artificial Intelligence 101. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. God bless you, bro. Make sure I'm in the live chat. I don't know what top chat is for, right? It should only be live chat. Exactly. Let's take a look down here at fan funding. Good day, Sam. Shout out to Stas, man. Thank you for being here. God bless you, brother. Massive short opportunity, Beam Core. MUSD Crazy MC. And there you have it, man. And if this candle closes green, we got a tweezer bottom. You should wait for it to close. Technically, you got 13 minutes. I front ran it because that's what it does. Looking for the bounce back to the upside. Now, see, if this, so here's the deal. These trades are small. You see my little scalps, whatever. All right, they don't get your heart racing. I know you're not impressed. The key is, though, if we get like this, oh my gosh, that's going to be a massive trade. Like, that's where I'm going to put, I'll go 3,000 for 10, 10,000 for 30 even, man. That's when I'm going to go hard. Stop loss somewhere below the 618 and go all the way up to 73.5. This would be a beautiful play. It could happen, folks. It really could. We don't know for sure, but it could. Then we got oil looking like it could explode. It's in a rising wedge, though. It could also dump. I mean, we're all waiting on the news, folks. Really simply put, the levels help me. So you're like, well, if you're waiting on the news, what does TA do, Sam? Well, look, I mean, the 200 moving average is playing out still regardless, right? Oil's been flat, man, because no one knows what to do yet. They just liquidated anyone who's on like the 1 minute and the 5 minute. But oil's been completely flat, right? And you look at that idea for oil that I've had drawn for a while, right? Funny, gold had some sideways price action recently too. Gold's looking like it's hugging the 200. And the Fed is about to inject billions of dollars. I've been telling you this like over and over again. Like, how much money is the Fed injecting? And you can ask Rock this. Let's go over and check this out. How much money is the Fed injecting into price action here? You know what I mean? What do you think is going to happen? Yeah, oil looks like it could go on a massive run. Let me show you what I have for oil here. I got charts everywhere. My hand hurts. I chart so much. It does. Like today, my hand's aching. Because I didn't sleep a lot last night. I didn't get my hand just like an 8-hour rest. I got right back into the charts at fell asleep at like 3 a.m. I got back in the charts at 7 a.m. You can see the Discord. I only took like 4 hours off, man. Like I worked 20 hours for your $3 a day in the Discord. So check this out in Grok, right? The Fed is injecting $40 billion per month right now as of April 2026. Here's the breakdown. Main tool, the Fed is buying short-term treasury bills called Reserve Management Purchases, or RMPs. This started in January after they officially ended quantitative tightening in December. About $40 billion per month early in 2026. This is a great tweet, guys. I'm going to turn this into an X post because people should know this, right? World weekly operations on top of that. They run smaller overnight. Repo deals almost every week to keep short-term funding smooth, dude. They got to keep the repo market alive. 18 in 1 week in February, 8.3 on February 10th. Occasional spikes like 74 billion at year end for technical reasons. And these are usually in the $8 to $20 billion range per week. Total so far, early year reports showed about 200 billion added in the first few weeks through the combo of repos, bill buys, but it's non-stop trillions like 2020. The Fed's total balance sheet, the overall size is currently 6.65 trillion. It was 6.5 at the end of 2025. As of April 1st, it grew a bit. In early 26 is now rising very modestly. The latest weekly change was only about 18 billion. This is not full-blown quantitative easing like during COVID. It's smaller, targeted liquidity to keep bank reserves from getting too low. Markets, especially stocks and crypto, often treat it as a bullish because more reserves equal more money. Bottom line, 40 billion a month via T-bill purchases plus smaller weekly repos. It's quiet, steady liquidity, nothing crazy. If you want the exact latest weekly number or specific data repo total, drop the date and I'll pull it. Data comes straight for the New York Fed and the official 8.41 release. Like, great information here on the channel. Like, you're getting gold here. And how to find gold is the key too, right? Bitcoin really, it's got to get back above the 200 moving average on the 1 hour or my little trade here ain't going to be playing out too nicely. So far, so good. Look like we're kind of stuck above this 200. And you know, it actually looks like a cup and handle. I never even thought about it because I didn't. But that's a bit cuppy. That's a bit handily. We get the pump. I'll go, Sammy does it again, baby. Sammy hits, right? Sammy trades. What if my name was Sammy Trades, like, right? I mean, look at this, like 120, 130, 140. Or does it go sideways and dump? I mean, it could go sideways and then we are on the brink of whatever he says tonight, and the charts are showing you. And you can, the good thing about the charts is they show you how to see. This is what it is. You don't have to know what's going to happen. I just made a great realization. If you didn't know TA, you might get in and get liquidated. If you know TA, you go, okay, I know what's going to happen. But if you could bet one way tonight, right now you have to kind of, it's almost like you have to decide which way you think it's going to go. Yeah, you know what? They're definitely going to keep going. Oil's going to spike. I'm in with a stop below here. And then if it doesn't happen and you get stopped out, you say, well, I took a shot. You say, you know what? The oil, they're going to rip it. They're going to rip Bitcoin. They're going to cease fire. I'm going to long here with a stop below here. If it continues, you get stopped out, so be it. Let's take a look at BookMap one more time. Heat map order book. I get a commission if you do sign up. I greatly appreciate it. They do not sponsor the channel. You see this big area here at about 67,050. I mean, that's your liquidity, but the biggest liquidity is up there at 70,000. Oh, I wouldn't, so it's telling me I got a chance to win my trade there. We got good liquidity above me. And again, look at it. We've been sideways yet again for a while now. Like, Bitcoin's been sitting at 68,000 range, 67.8, 67.1. I mean, my trade's down $22. Like, you can't win or lose if you don't move, right? I do simple stuff. Tweezer bottom, I front ran it. It's going to close in 6 minutes. We're going to get the information then and find out what's happening. 1 minute flag has to break out to the upside and take a boom. It's another thing that we're looking for that we want to get a breakout from. This is it. This is what I'm looking for. A breakout on the 1 minute right now. Because if the 1 minute gets above the 200, I can kind of rest easy that this double bottom played. It's kind of a, look at this. It's a cup and Sammy cup and Hattie to the upside every single day. Remember that? The old me used to really pour on the radio voice. Like when I first started every single day. Funny. I was new. I wanted, you know what I mean? Now my voice is kind of formed into this voice. I've used it so much. This is just, I remember someone came to meet me. I started talking. He was like, dude, you sound like that in real life? I'm like, it's my voice, bro. I don't know what to tell you. We get above this 200 on the 1 minute, we have ourselves a flying chance. Now, let's look at the 30. I bet the 30 has it. The 30 is showing us the model. You could trade the 30-second. You could technically trade the 30-second. You know who has it? I believe for some reason, MEXC one of the only people that have real small time frames. They've got the 1 segundo, man. Do they have the 3-second? They go right to the 1 second. No 5 second. Let's see. Is it anywhere? No. But the 1 second, breathtakingly beautiful. Look at that. Let's trade the 1 second. Can I show you how to trade the 1 second? You got to be like the fastest person on earth. Like literally, like. All right. Watch. You got to plan out a first trade, map out a secondary trade. Bounce off the 200, baby. Otherwise, we got nothing here. Looks like a shoulder, head, right shoulder there. Like, are you really trading the 1 second? I've done this, like, I think 10 times in my whole life. Remember when we hit that 1 second trade? I think the last time I did it, I won the trade. It was crazy. You got a trend, you break the trend, you go up. You break the trend, you go down. You break the 200 moving average, you go down. You break. So now you need to see this break up. Done with you, and done with you. And you know, my birthday's coming up in just a couple days. God bless all my Aries babies out here. Shout out to all my strong Aries men and women in the chat. Look, now it's a head and shoulder. It says you should short it. You see? Oh my God, what a spike. Crazy day. Even the 1 second is vicious. Look at it. Are people trading the 1 second? They're liquidating. Or is this just price action? Shoulder, head, right shoulder. Dump down to 68. So I'm saying, what do you get out of the 1 second? Well, you know what? It's kind of like, you know when people have a heavy bat at batting practice? This is very similar, and they swing with a heavy bat. Then they take the weight off, and the bat's way lighter, and they can crack it. So they practice with a weight on the bat, which what that does is it makes the regular bat so light that, man, they can just, they're on, you know what I mean? They're hitting it to the moon. So similar here, you trade the 1 second, it's kind of like having a weight on it's hard, it's fast, but it'll teach you how to react on the 1 minute. Eventually the 1 minute will be so simple to you. Shout out to the fan funding out here today. We got Great Day Sam. Thank you, Stas. Member for 3 months. Thank you, CDG. Massive short opportunity to meme coin. Interesting. Looks like a diamond of the 4 hour. Let's go, lifers. Turned 59 yesterday. Aries lifer in the house. God bless you, man. Shout out to Ulrich, did you send me the email about the rehab stuff for the leg? I got to get on that. I've been doing ABC with my foot. I did my first squat yesterday. Just, you know, I don't know if it was perfect, but right. Cool thing about BitFunded right now, only for my people, if you get in, you buy one, get one. So if you do decide to open up a funded account, it's buy one, get one. All right. One thing though, and I will trade it live here. I will be using BitFunded at the right time, but I'm only going to do it like when the market, because like, don't give your drawdown at times when the market's super sketch. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know. It's you know, just a concept. You want to. Okay. Ooh, I'm liking it, what I'm seeing right now for Bitcoin. I like it. I like what I'm seeing. The 1 minute's about to get busy. Come on, look, they're battling the 200 now. So, like, look, our whole day, if this gets rejected, my 1 hour trade, no go. This gets a pump, my 1 hour trade likely to go. That's a go-go. That's a nice CDV divergence right there, too, man. And that cumulative volume delta, man. CVD, baby. Can we get the bounce with the curve of the 21? Get above that 200 moving average. Get the bounce up to 68,600 for Bitcoin. All right, that's the key level that we're looking for every time, man. Let's go. Get above there. Heavy resistance, heavy rejection, heavy pain, right? And we never got to 750 likes. Like, you guys didn't let me give away the money. I find that so weird. It doesn't make any sense. I know we got beautiful people here that I attract every day. I know you people are awesome and amazing. And I know you all want to help other people win. We got 400 people that didn't hit the like button, or it's just not registering. Let me refresh. Sometimes it's like a refreshing, right? Like, the likes are there, I just can't see them. I get 750 likes, folks, and I'm gonna give $200 away to somebody. And if someone handed me $200, I'd be happy, and I'm pretty well off. So, like, what the heck? I'm in the top. I'm in a 1%. And I think, and I'd take $200 any day of the week. Yeah. Sam, is the promo for BitFunded only for the new users? I believe so. That's a good question. I'll ask my team. Sean, ask Jamie that question if you can. Okay? I don't know the answer to that question, and I should, right? I always like your live vids. Don't have to ask, bro. He. Shout out to you, man. God bless you. Do you have a P.O. box for us to send birthday gifts? I'm going to go get one today, and I'll tell you guys what it is. Wow, we got the bullish close on the 1 hour, folks, which now we should get the follow through. Trade should flip green for us now. It is. 1 hour got above the 200. Sammy may win this trade and post a nice win to the trading group and it took me a while to assess the situation. You never know when you're going to win or lose. You just got to keep pushing, folks. And everyone said, oh, you did this. I don't listen to the naysayers. I don't listen to the nonsense. I just keep going. I just keep going. And there we are, up 39.4%. It took that long to catch a green trade today. We've been in sideways chop for a while now. Look, that's an inverted head and shoulder. Nice pump for Bitcoin. And if you listened to me, if you counter traded me, you might have got obliterated there. That looks like it's going to the target at 68,462. I did kind of see it. The 30-second was in the model, the 21 above the 200. Told us there was likely going to be a pretty nice move to the upside. Almost wanted to trade BitFunded again, right? All right. Oh, we got something awesome too that I just gotta always remember. Win a Rolex, man, 25 days. And it's not, they're gonna give these away to 3 people in the group. You know, whoever, you don't have to have huge thing. They're just gonna pick somebody. Just trade a lot. The more you trade, I'm sure it's gonna kind of put you higher up, but 3 iconic winners, 3 watches, man. Simply register with Lifer333 at BTCC. And I open up trades on BTC throughout the week too to kind of show you ideas and things that I'm looking at so you could understand what I'm trading. You can trade Bitcoin, Tech 100, gold, silver, oil, you name it, all on BTCC. And it's one of the oldest exchanges with no security issues in a long, long time. So top notch. And again, simply register with Lifer333, get the invitation code to participate in the trading competition for your chance to be randomly, I'm not going to cry, but man, dude, through me, 3 people are going to be wearing a Rolex. I think that's absolutely beautiful. That's like one of the coolest things I've ever seen. You know what I mean? I like my face associated with the Rolex brand, man. One that stands the test of time. No pun intended, right? Hey. Anyway, I took the long. We're going to see what happens here. Bit of a cup in hand over Sammy. We should get a blast. Trump should get his deal. The charts are telling us Trump gets the deal. We get a blast. We're at 71.5 tonight. No war. We're all back to normal. The world goes back to normal, right? There's always some powers that be that want to keep up the evil and perpetuate the pain, though. That's the only issue, and those people are always going to be around. There's always going to be evil, man. He says, I swear I generally don't understand how you could look at a chart and easily find all these signals from both directions because I've been doing this for 20 years. Of course you can't understand it. My mind is far more progressed than yours in this field. Just like if I went into like some chemistry lab and the guy was like, oh yeah, we got one, blah, blah, blah. I'd be like, what? He could see how the reaction could go both ways, and he's waiting, and he's just like, because he knows so much about the different behaviors, man. If you join the group, you're going to be able to see it like me. I call it life revision. You'll have life revision. Look how long I waited to make because I want to be perfect. I know this is crazy. I want to trade perfect. When I make a call, I want it to be right. I desire it to be right. 1 second 8, the news. It's the weekly that tells the news. I like it, yeah. A blessed birthday in advance, my beloved. May God continue to find expression through you. Thank you so much, man. God bless you. Hold on while I hit that like button 200 times. I know, right? Let's see. Did we get to 750? I'm trying to hang on so I can hook. I still can't believe I can't give someone $200. This has never happened on the channel. Like, we always get to the like commitment. I've never not hit the like commitment before in my life. A blessed birthday. Thank you. Now you need to see Bitcoin stay above the 200 moving average on the 1 minute. Now you got to really, now you want the model to play out, folks. This is where I would do a BitFunded trade. If this goes sideways, because that's my favorite trade in the world. So this goes sideways like this, then we take the trade. It's weird. I don't know what something happened, but I didn't get the proper airdrop. Jamie, if you could tell them, or Sean, relay that. Well, I'll figure it all out later. Yeah, so, and again, you have to, I know what could happen every time. This makes a head and shoulder dumps, and then the 1 minute goes below the 200, and this is just a fake move. You have to be so open that you don't know what's going to happen to actually trade. If you tell yourself what's going to happen, you're likely going to get wrecked a lot. Oh, it's going to go up for sure. I'm long. No. What does the charts tell you? What do the moving averages say? Right? These stingy freeloading button pushers, hit the dang like button, baby. Yeah. I did. I used the 1 hour. Yeah. Yeah, I can't believe it. 600. Could we get to 750 likes? There's still 300 people here that think the like button doesn't apply to them. Apparently it does. Thank you, kind sir. Much obliged. Full of appreciation and gratitude. Love the channel. Love the vibes and love the people. Keep it up, brother. Respect. Like, let's go, lifers. Yeah, and I hope that if you join my trading group, you meet some amazing people, man. All right. Have you talked to CryptoFace lately? Yeah. He texted me yesterday, 2 days ago. He actually left me a voice message that I missed the other day. I don't know why. On Good Friday, he goes, just want to let you know, have a good Friday, bro, on Good Friday. I was like, you're the man, dude. What a nice guy. He's the only person that really like calls me regularly. Like once every couple of weeks, I'll get a call from CryptoFace asking me how I'm doing, if I'm hanging in there, what I'm up to. He's a good dude, man. Yeah, God bless him and his family, bro. And his little brother's a nice. I love his little brother. I get along with his little brother real well. It's funny. His little brother is such a cool voice, like a very interesting voice, right? I think it's amazing. Like, it's a cool voice. And if you ever hear about the stream, you can he asks his brother questions and they're together. And then one day I'm at the Bitcoin conference. I'm at the Trump. I'm watching Trump live and I hear that voice and I'm like, I know that voice. And I turn and I see his brother and I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to meet with your brother later. He's like, yeah, we're over at the, at the Hody. Come on, meet. And we had a beautiful lunch. I brought my sister, CryptoFace, and his brother, and it was like the prices and the faces. I don't know their last name, you know what I mean? So if you ever ask me, I won't be able to tell you, right? Oh, he's the funniest dude in the world, man. There's no one funnier than that guy. He doesn't give a dang either, man. Like, my channel, I've created this persona, run the business. Like, I don't swear. I got kids and families, and like, he can do whatever he wants, man. I can't do that. Like, my brand has been, he's, I vicariously live through him when I watch him. Like, he can say just whatever he wants, Had to detect it's a liquidity sweep or reaching for liquidity to reverse. Yeah, like trying to bounce out to try to bounce down again. I mean, that was a fake out right there. And this is what I've been seeing every time I see the model. They pump it and dump it. It's a very rare, it's a continuation. And again, everyone, don't feel, I would wait till tonight to trade. But then there's going to be a huge move and I'm going to miss it. So what? Get on the retest, get on the pullback. You don't have to be like me being super aggressive here. This is an aggressive trade that I'm in. I'm attempting to catch the absolute bottom of the day. You know, I'm attempting to be a legend and catch the absolute bottom of the day. That's not going to be easy every time to do that. That 1 hour candle already has a wick right back to the downside. That doesn't look good to me. It almost makes me want to include this level here, open it up and say, well, you never even left the trend. Like, I'm getting mixed signals every time. We've been sideways the entire show, back to 68,000. All right. You're awesome, brother. I always enjoy the show. Thanks for being consistent as it gets. God bless you, man. It doesn't get any more consistent than this. I can't do any more. USO, I might start shorting. Okay. US oil? Really? Yeah, you know, it could. I stick to Bitcoin. I used to counter trade it with Bitcoin. I have Bitcoin, then I have gold, oil. A couple of days of work, a couple of days it was real hectic because I was like, oh, I'm basically shorting Bitcoin long and, you know, and it's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Pretty crazy. And look, I get fake emails from people claiming to be Mr. Beast, bro. Like, I get so much stuff all the time, man. Like, so weird, bro. Like, the emails are crazy. For your 101,000 with them. Please remain fully confidentiality. Please maintain full confidentiality. You've been chosen an expert creator in the crypto influencer category thanks to your dedication and ability to create top-tier content. A format of 50 YouTubers fight for 1 million. Special and unprecedented 1,000 creator roster. He's trying to say I've been selected to be in one of the you know, Mr. Beast's next like 1,000 creator roster. 50 YouTubers fight for 1 mil. I don't believe it. I think it's a scam. You know what I mean? Yeah. I believe it is. Hope you and your family had a great day. Everyone, if you don't, what I do now is I buy spot BTC and I just wait. Funny, that flag did end up popping out on the 1 second. See that? Like, it's crazy how it does end up going where it goes. Anyway, this trade doesn't look amazing. I have to be honest. 31 bucks sideways. We will see. I love you all. I'll be back later on inside the trading group throughout the day and at night. And we'll see what happens tonight at 8 p.m., right? Or 7 p.m., 8 p.m., where Trump says either he's going to blast Iran out of the water or we're going to get a ceasefire here. So I feel like we're going to get neither of what we think, right? But we'll see what happens, everybody. I pray for the best, safest scenario for all civilians, and that's it. May dear Lord bless every single civilian that does not deserve to be caught in the crossfire and turmoil. Amen. I'll see you all tomorrow. God bless you all. Thank you so much for a beautiful live stream. Thank you, dear Lord, for this ability to be safe. Thank you for my hands. Thank you for my voice. Thank you for my vision and all the things that God has given me to make this dream come true. I'm so blessed and so grateful. Thank you for my wife, my kids, my family, my entire team, everybody that makes this show happen, every participant, everyone that left a super chat, a comment, and hung out with me today. God bless you all. Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow. Remember, the secret to success is getting started.